Speedrunning LEGO Star Wars, the video game, and we see the iconic opening screen, and we load into Dex's diner, and we're going to start off by going into negotiations. So we've got a heap of these cutscenes that we just can't skip during this video. Who could forget this classic? See ya. And to start off this speedrun, we're going to force this here with Qui-Gon Jinn. We're going to try and avoid as many studs as possible for a reason which I will tell you later. Then we're going to run around here again, trying to not pick up too many studs. Unfortunately, we did die, but that is okay. Then we're going to run over to TC14 here, try and push him. If he doesn't, that is okay. We can hit this one here, hit this one here. Oops, I missed that. Hit that one there. Spawn in here, we're going to drop out, and we're going to run ahead with player 2. So if you don't know, I'm switching controllers here. Then with this one, we're just going to tap B and move into the next area. Next, we're going to do something which we're going to do a fair bit throughout this. It's called a transition skip, which is where you push one player behind a barrier and let him drop down like so. So we're going to drop down here as Qui-Gon, run all the way around through here up into this ship sort of area. I'm going to get right there and hit the trigger and be on to level 2. Episode 2 and 3 unlocked. We got TC14, the first character. And this is why we didn't get many coins, is because we have to slowly watch this stud total go up and we can't skip it. I mean, it's only a short time skip, and we move on to chapter 2, Invasion of Naboo. The first thing we're going to do here is drop out with our player 2 controller. All right, and we're going to run on down as Qui-Gon Jinn, and we want to get right here, force those trees without getting shot by the droids. Then we're going to come to these droids, do a jump slam, destroy all of them, and force this tank here 3 times, which then it will explode, and then in comes the boy, Jar Jar Binks. So we're going to immediately be Jar Jar as he's a bit ahead and get through the next transition phase. Become Obi-Wan here, force the little platform thing. Jar Jar's going to run through. As Jar Jar runs through, we become Jar Jar. Try and avoid the droid's shots. Hit this. Then we're going to jump back. Jar Jar just jumped off the edge for no reason at all. Unfortunately, we died there and wasted a little bit of time on killing that droid. But we're going to force that. And yes, we just made it. Okay, that's good. And we run on through. Then we're going to be one of the Jedi here. There is a jump skip you can do with Jar Jar in that section, but it's just a bit too difficult. Speed running it past all these droids. We're going to try not to die here. Stand on this thing, let it fall slowly, and move to the next section, where once again we're going to avoid forcing that just there on the left and getting that mini kit that comes from there. And this is a pretty funny way of playing, because me as a kid, I was a collector. I made sure I got all the studs, as many mini kits as I could find, but unfortunately that's just not the speedrun life. There she is, Patters. This was a classic scene as a kid. Obi-Wan's lightsaber gets stuck. I actually played it so much that I thought when I rewatched the movie when I was a kid that that was actually going to happen. Okay, so for this one, we are going to run to this grapple spot with Padme. We're going to kill that droid, kill these droids, try and get some hearts. Then we're going to do a cool trick right up here where we come through this wall, full on through, and we just completely skip that entire area. Try and hit these guys before we get down. That's okay, we didn't, but we got all our hearts back, and we're going to run on through, shoot open this glass here, and try and, oh my gosh, I just jumped off the edge. Then we're just going to try and make sure we hit this thing to open it. There we go, and run on through. Now, the next part here is pretty risky, because if we mess it up, it kind of soft locks the game, and we have to restart this whole level. So hopefully we don't mess it up. We're going to run around here with Padme, try not to get shot. Then what we're going to do is squeeze in behind this wall here, if we can get it. Let me through. There we go. Then we're going to run on to the left, and there we go. We got it. Bit slower than I originally wanted, but that's all right. Then we're going to be Obi here, and we're just headed straight for that middle button, which will open up this, which has the mini kit and is the end of the level. So we'll hop over that droid there, hit a jump slash great, went to the wrong one, and dropped down. Now this is probably another one of my favorite cutscenes, well, when I was a kid. The old droids messing about. Bang. And the boys drop on top. Droids being idiots before Clone Wars was even invented. And the mission we've all been waiting for. The Rage Bait mission. The infamous pod racer mission. This was the most triggering mission, I think, of all time. Especially when you're a kid and you just can't complete it. You don't know how to finish it. You're not good enough. Man, this was the most rage baity type thing. But we're going to make sure we get all of the boosts here, because if we don't get all the boosts, then we're cooked. We're going to make sure we hit this ramp here. Fly off the ramp. We'll hit that mini kit. Not important. We're going to try as best as possible to not hit the walls like that. Great. Keep losing health. And we definitely don't want to die here. So we're going to make sure we hit that one. We're going to swing to the left, and we're just going to hug a tight line on the inside. Make sure we're getting all the boosts. Another mini kit here, why not? And we've got the final kind of stretch with the bombs, and who knows why there's bombs here. Obviously in the movie that's just not a thing. Get the mini kit because why not? And on to the next stage. Sabulba. Being an absolute dog, killing people there. So we are going to, oh my gosh, great. Well, I deserve that. That's like a 20-second time loss or something, maybe even more. All right, I'm locked in this time. We're gonna not miss this boost. Good, we made it through before it crushed us. And we've got to watch out for the Tuskens here. We're gonna hit that boost. We're gonna hard left, and yes, we made it past all those rocks. Final lap. Now for this lap, we want to make sure we go to the right side here and shoot on through. Screw the mini kit. We just hit speed. Now we're going to do a pretty sneaky maneuver here. We're going to hook a hard left. No! We lost a few bit of seconds. Great. So we left and then we right and then we go left. Oh my gosh. I did that in my practice runs, but clearly I forgot. But not to worry, as there's lots of time to be made up from here. And this is the killer one, the final stretch. I just remember as a kid getting to this final stretch so many times and dying so much. Got to hit this here. Make sure we hit the final few boosts, and then we want to tuck in on the left-hand side. Yes, we made it just in time. Awesome. Definitely not a clean run, but we get the power generator, or hyperdrive generator, whatever you want to call it. Was a lot more frustrating as a kid, although on my practice runs, I did get it flawless, and I think we made like 3 mistakes on that one. Here we go. The famous boss NAS call. And if you're enjoying this throwback, if you could leave a like and subscribe, that would really help out with the YouTube algorithm and people finding this video. Now, this level here is where we start to do some of the harder kind of tricks, especially there's 2 in this level that are quite difficult. Hopefully we can get them first time. If we do, that's phenomenal. But what we're going to start to do here is fly in this corner with R2, fly up, land on top of this tank here, land on top of this, and then fly across to skip the whole fight and forcing up those stairs, hit this panel, and carry on. Then we're going to swap straight to a Jedi. Make sure we force these 3 things here. Then we're going to become Padme, shoot across here. And then we're going to pre-fire in here to try and destroy all of these droidekas. And we do before they get their shields up, which is a good time skip. Make sure we step on the buttons here. Become Qui-Gon Jinn. Jump over the droids. Please don't kill me. Okay, good. Then once we get through, we're going to turn on our second controller here, which, oh gosh, unfortunately didn't do R2, but that's okay. We're going to hit R2 here, run out the doors with Qui-Gon. Then the next thing we're going to do is become Obi-Wan. And we're going to do a crazy transition skip here. So we drop out, then we go back in. Then we drop out the second controller. And we've got him kind of behind this wall. So we want to run in behind this wall. And if we die a couple times, it doesn't matter because this is a quite tricky one. But will save us lots of time. There we go, we got it. Okay, so we've clipped into the wall here, or the floor, I guess, should I say. And we're gonna skip all the stuff on the right, building the stairs, building the bridge, run under here, begin to jump up to here, perfect, yes. Then what we're gonna do is just run on straight through. And we're gonna push Qui-Gon back through here, get him to jump through, land down there. Jump him up a little bit and get to about here. We're going to like jump through the wall, make sure we come around. Then we're going to Not a problem. We're going to run, jump, and hit the trigger there. Okay. Hopefully we're not dying here. There's Droideka. Great. That's all right. We're going to destroy that. Stand on the button and run on through. Now we want to jump slash in through that cutscene there. And we're going to do a couple more tricky little things here. So we're going to run over and... Great. Unfortunately, we started as R2. There we go. Captain Panaka. Sit Qui-Gon there. Jump Captain Panaka up onto here. Force, and great, I fell off. Force him up, jump off, kill that guy. Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna make our way back over this way. And we're gonna try and shoot that guy, perfect. Then we're gonna drop out with player 2. Then run across here, past this one, jump onto this, get on the tail of it there. Land there, then double jump up and slam, freeing those 2 dudes. Then we're going to jump slam this guy, jump slam this guy, which is going to throw us a little panel. Then we want to run over here into this little corner and then become the next player, player 2, and activate that there, and we can drop out while we're at it. And that's the level done. Nice, Annie. And we start the Darth Maul level. Alright, now to start this one, we're going to do a pretty crazy trick here. Here we go. Yes, okay, we made it on top, and then do we make it? But that's okay, because we're going to spawn back up here again, and we make the jump this time, skipping all the forcing Maul stuff, and we're going to run on to the next one. Now, you guys probably don't know this, but this isn't actually the most effective way to run the speed run by doing it in chronological order for the movies. It's actually quicker to just do the first episode of level 1, of episode 1, and then jump to episode 3, then episode 2, but it does only save like a minute or 2, just due to ending cutscenes and things, which I guess you'll see later. But I'm more than happy to give that up for the sake of, I guess, nostalgia of like just playing the levels in order, but also for, yeah, like continuity of just the game and the story. I just think as a video, it's a bit better. So we will lose a little bit of time just on that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here on this one is we're probably going to die, but we're going to force, damn, we just didn't get it. We're just going to force this guy off the edge here. And then we're going to run to the other side. Jump slash. Jump slash, jump slash. Oh, wait, what am I doing? He just keeps spawning them. Oh, okay. I forgot about that, wasting a little bit of time there. But that's all right, we can force this guy off the edge there. All his boys are going to stop spawning, so we can jump slam them. And then we got the droidekas. This is getting out of hand. Now die 2 of them. Then we're going to jump across, break his shield, jump slash. Okay, jump slash him to finish. Stand on the button, come on Qui-Gon, and we chase Maul into the final area. We're nothing fancy here, we're just going to force these shields down. And we want to make sure we're Obi-Wan in the start of this fight, and you'll see why in a second. But we are going to jump slash Maul, jump slash twice again, and he's going to jump up here. So then what we're going to do is we're going to force these things back at him and wait for him to bring on the next one. And we do want to stand in this specific spot, because otherwise it, like the force thing kind of glitches out sometimes and we don't get to get him as quick as possible. But in this spot we do. Cool, now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for Maul to do that where he begins to force us. Then we're going to jump slam him. Come on Maul. Alright, he's about to force us. Jump slam and jump slam. And this is why we want it to be Obi, so we can finish with Qui-Gon, so his final force can be on Obi, saving just a few seconds, I guess. And so anyways, there we go. Bang! Episode 1 done. Rest in peace, the boy Qui-Gon. Maul's feet just standing in the corner over there. Level 1 complete. Hey! So then we get the credits. Those cutscenes take about 40 seconds long. We'll add an extra 40 seconds or so to the run, which is normally why people do episode 1 last. But next up, obviously, we're going to go into episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and keep it on in chronological order. And we start episode 2 here on Kamino. So instead of helping out that Kaminoan, we're actually going to spawn in here with player 2. We're going to fly across with R4, get this mini kit. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fall off the edge here, drop out, and then spam start, and there we go. Look at that, completely skipped that entire area. And what we want to do here is push Obi-Wan just outside the barrier, just like that. Run on in through the side here. If I mess this up, it will soft lock me and I'll have to restart or go all the way back, which will add like an extra minute or two. So this one can be pretty stressful and it's quite tricky. So we want to be kind of in this here. Drop down, come on. Yes! Okay, it put us back here, but that's fine. We can now just open up the door. It spawned R2 here for us. Then we can be Obi-Wan. And again, on this side, we're going to do another transition skip. Push Obi-Wan behind the barrier. Then we're going to fall down. Make sure we jump up here like that. Perfect. Run all the way to the end of the hallway. Skip this whole section and jump on the right here. Through the door. Perfect. And through the hole. There he is. The big Jango Fett chase. So we want to explode. Ah, oh, damn it. We exploded. We don't want to do that. But what we want to do here is explode the barriers. Oh, I keep jumping in too early. We can jump around the bombs like you saw me do on the first one. This one we can't. This one we've just got to explode, jump back. Seriously? As if I was still in the AoE there. All right, come on. Last one. Oh my gosh, I am a noob. We just wasted so much time. That's all right. We press on. We're still doing quite good here for time. And for this section, we're going to hit that button there, become R4, and fly across to hit that button, to then come back, to be Obi, to force that, to then be R4 again, and to press B on this panel, a lot of pressing B. Then we're going to be Obi and jump up the elevator. Now, in this section, we've got another, like, pretty cool trick. So in order to do it, we're going to try and avoid these guys. Then we're going to force this brick here, kind of come on top and just let them kill us. And then what that's going to do is spawn us kind of in here and bang. We skip the whole section and we go straight into the Jango boss fight. So for the Jango boss fight here, what we're going to do... Oh, gosh, okay. Don't do what I did if you're trying to do this. We want to jump slash him 3 times. I've really messed this up. It's always funny when you practice and you do a lot better than the actual run, but I guess that's the pressure. Make sure we deflect his bullets. Okay, finally. There we go. Got to get my reflexes on. There we go. Okay, we got him 3 times, which means he's going to come over here. He's going to shoot that at us. We died, but that's okay because he was in between bombs. He's going to shoot that one. Then we're going to come over here. Then we've got to try and be an absolute gamer here. And as he jumps down... Okay, we missed it. But then we're going to chase him for a bit, which is quite annoying. And jump slash him. Oh my gosh, we missed. There we go. Okay, we got him. Jango Fett down. Obi-Wan rolling up on Geonosis with a smug look on his face. Look at that. Look at that space animation in the background. These games' graphics and all the quality and everything for... what was it, 2005 or 2006 game? It's really unreal. Okay, so episode 2, level 2 here. We're going to be Padme, and we're going to start by just killing all these Geonosians, like so. There we go. Running on through. Switching over to Anakin, who we're going to be run and jump kind of along this... Great. Along the side here. To try to not to get squished by the old thingamajigs. We're gonna get past this droidica, jump around this guy, jump around this guy. Okay, not too bad. We're gonna jump over these droids here and do another cool trick. This one's super easy. You just jump into this wall, jump up and walk backwards, and it shoots you over to the next part. So... now what we're going to do here is we're going to shoot up here, shoot that, which is going to bring that little platform up. Then we're going to position R2 onto the buckets here. Switch over to Padme, shoot up, shoot that, and then jump down. Yes, we made it. Then we switch to R2 and we fly off. Oh, just landed on there. All the way down to the corner. And we're actually going to play this one safe just because I really don't want to mess this up. And then do another little trick where we just go in between these kind of barriers. And for some reason, we can activate the panel. Then we're going to become Anakin and use the Force. Wait for 3PO to get on before we use it again. Making sure we take 3PO with us and literally no one else for some reason. And we're going to hit the panel and slide on through. Then for this section, we're going to be Padme, and we're going to run on through, and we're going to ignore all of these Geonosians except that one. The one that drops down from the top, and that's going to make sure our AI kind of teammate players don't do some silly stuff. Then we're going to hit that shot there. Perfect. Become Anakin. Run across. I think we hit that shot with Padme. Let me just double check. Yes, we did, which is going to create these things here. Oh, unfortunately, I didn't get the Force in time for that cutscene, but that is okay. We can do that. Jump across with Anakin. R2 is going to fly over. We're going to be R2, 3PO, and the boys should be here. We're going to run across, which does take a second or two. There actually is a quicker way of doing this, but sometimes I found it hard to make sure I got it nailed in. So we'll add the extra few seconds. And then, excuse me, sirs. They just don't care if you're 3PO. They don't want to shoot you. Then we're going to, be R2 here. Well, actually, we can do a cool skip. And how we do this one is we want to make sure we have another player. Ah, great. Okay. I'm going to do it just to show you guys. Jump, drop out, do a jump slam, and then, hang on, I got to drop out the other player now. Then, I'm going to try one more time because it is kind of annoying. So we want to hit that. Then we're here with Anakin. We want to jump around, land there, then jump around. Yes, we did it. I'm going to run all the way around here, all the way around, all the way around, and then keep going. Oh, no, I came in the barrier. That sucks. You're supposed to go all the way around to the back, and I've really messed up time because of that. That's alright, I'll just have to kill all these guys. But hey, at least you guys got to see the cool trick. So I don't mind too much. And yeah, we can kind of hide behind this black barrier here and the droideka won't see us. And we free Obi-Wan. The Battle of Geonosis is next. So we're going to start this one as Mace. And the first thing we're going to do is slam to break these droideka shields. Then we're going to kind of jump back, wait for them to shoot, deflect all their shots at us. There we go. And free Padme. Then we're going to run over to the right, and we want to run the same strategy here. Yes, we got them both at the same time, but this time we're not going to deflect, even though I guess we probably could have for time's sake, but so many bloody super battle droids. There we go. And, oh, Force Annie. And we can't do the jump slam with Mace. Well, I mean, technically we can, but it actually goes a bit slower. So what we're going to do here is run across, kind of do a bit of a loop-de-loop to drag out the droidekas. Then we're going to trigger that bomb, which should hopefully take at least one of them out. Good, it did. We're going to break all these guys' shields, jump back, and we want to make sure we are deflecting all their bullets to maximize time. There we go. And, oh, great. That last shot killed us right before we could force Obi-Wan. We want to ignore that thing, force Obi-Wan, become Padme here, and they're going to send out these red droids, which we have to find in the crowd, and it's kind of RNG on where they spawn. We did get one early there, second one there, and oh, we got this guy here, so that should be all the ones to the left, I believe, and then the final three should be over here on the right. We're going to take a death. As to be expected, two more. Here we go. There's one there. And there's the final one. Next, they're going to send out 3 super battle droids. There's a super. Let's kill him. Okay, he's going to kill us. Because there's so many bloody things on, the battlefield. Okay, we've got another red guy. Wow, what a snipe. I believe I can't find him. The super battle droid should be sticking out like a sore thumb. Ah, there he is, the dog. Okay, there we go. We got him. Then in comes Django. And what we're going to do for Django is, wait a second, run him over here. Here he is. Okay, then we're going to run over this bomb and bang, insta-kill him like that. And in comes the boys, Rip Count Dooku. That's pretty sad. I always thought, why did his head not just fall out? When I watched the movie as well. Now this one is easier, way easier, and way less annoying than in the complete saga. Because all you have to really do in this one is make sure you just don't get hit by the lasers and die. Whereas in the complete saga, you had to get those balls by pressing B, and then you had to hit specific things in the map. Okay, so we want to shoot these 2 blue things here, like so. Get through these 3. And we reach our final blue things, which we want to make sure we hit. Otherwise, we are cooked. There we go. We made it through. All right, we got to lock in here. Destroy that. Then we destroy these 3. Then we go all the way over to the side here. Destroy that. Destroy that. Make sure we destroy that. And final 3. Oh, we missed the last one. And bang! Dooku is off and running. And for this one, we want to run inside. Then we want to jump slash these Geonosians if they're getting annoying. Oh, great. Then we're going to hit this, wait for our AI to hit that. Then we make it up here, we force this, and we move on to the next stage. Now there is a shortcut for that stage, and then also this stage, which was only available on like the early version, like the first edition of the game, with no upgrades or no updates, should I say. But what we're going to do here is jump slash Dooku. I went a bit quick, you got to wait for him to get up. Then we chill, wait for him to force either a barrel or a little side thing. Do that 3 times. And in comes the boy. Now the movement here for Yoda is crazy in this game. Different to the complete saga, as you just move and he just jumps around automatically like crazy like this. But what we're going to do is 3 times jump slam, Count Dooku. Yeah, he doesn't like walk with the cane like he does in, missed that one there. Yeah, like in the complete saga. We're going to jump slam him again and again and again. And for a final time. Yoda saves the day, and that is episode 2 finished in just under an hour. Now we get the evil snickering of Sidious and Dooku, and on to the final episode, which is episode 3, chapter 1, Battle of Coruscant. And this is the iconic ship level, which is just almost perfect, as perfect as this scene was in the movie. And what we're going to do for this one is we just don't want to get hit, because if we die, we get hit, it resets us back to the last checkpoint. So we don't even really want to shoot much, as that slows us down just like the tiniest little bit. And so if we do get hit, we do want to shoot a little. You know, I'll just hit that mini kit just because we can. And obviously we want to shoot here, getting these things. And if you remember, this always takes a bit to get used to, because up is down and down is up. We're doing pretty well so far, only been hit once. And we want to make it in through this tunnel. Remember as a kid getting like freaking out with the up is down, down is up when it came to that tunnel. We have lost another, oh great. Which unfortunately takes us back here, but you know what, it's not going to be too much of a time loss, as long as we can make sure we don't die again. Just got to stay on the move, make sure these guys don't hit us. And we come to the final stretch here, the kind of chaos section of the game. We want to make sure we remember to hit these things, destroy the shields, and then on we go into General Grievous's ship. So we start with a big crash land, then we're going to switch over to Anakin here, force this, and kind of go underneath like that, get stuck under, and which is going to allow us to completely skip this next section here, so we can just run completely straight through and under. Then what we're going to do again here is another transition skip, where we're going to be Obi-Wan, fall down beneath there, run backwards through, all the way through the ground, and we're going to run up to the left here on this side, jump through the tunnel. Then what we're going to do is we're going to spawn in with Anakin here, do a jump slash with Obi-Wan, drop out, drop back in, and then we're going to jump through this tunnel with Anakin. And that's actually just going to skip the whole section and take us to Chancellor Palpatine. Okay, we want to make sure we drop out here. We jump slash Dooku once. Come on, Dooku. There we go. We got him with the jump slash. We're going to run this way, and he's hopefully going to chase us. We're going to hit that, run over, insta-kill Dooku. And we're going to spawn back in with 2 controllers here. And I'm going to try my best to multitask, which we're going to run through that door with Obi-Wan, then run through this door with Anakin, and again, that is going to transition skip us. Then we're going to drop out and run this way, then spawn back in with Anakin, And that's going to take us all the way through to the end as Palpatine for some reason. Then we're going to jump through. So that's going to skip us the whole way through there. And then again, we are going to do the same thing, on this side, which is what I'm calling a reverse transition skip, which we're wasting a bit of time on, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Jump, hit that, drop out, drop back in, and then I come with Anakin and jump here. There we go. Okay, it took a couple attempts, but then we get all the way to the Grievous fight, which isn't really a Grievous fight as he escapes in his escape pod. But I'm going to try and control both characters here, jumping all the way through to the end. Jump, jump, and force. Come on, force, force. Get the force off. Did I get it? No, I didn't get it. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to kill these droids. Wasting my time. All right, there we go. Let's force these two, and we did it. Epic crash landing on Coruscant. I always used to think as a kid, what would happen to, the tower that they hit and they knock over in the movie? All the people in that tower just like brutally died and murdered. As we land on Utapau with Obi-Wan and Commander Cody, and we are going to do another cool 2-player trick here to defeat Grievous. So he's going to jump in and swing away, and hopefully... Oh my gosh, I just jumped both. All right, let's get Obi-Wan across, Cody across, grab that mini kit, position him here. We're gonna jump across and shoot. If I get this to work, this will help. There we go. Come on, Grievous. There we go, like that. Jump, shoot. There we go. Okay, I just gotta be a bit quicker with the shots. Last two. And final one. There we go. Okay, that was really slow for what it could have been, but overall it would have made the level a lot quicker in comparison to if we did it normally. All right, next up we've got... Oh my gosh, come on, let's go. We've got Kashyyyk here. So we're going to force this. We're going to force this and run on through. Then we're going to come over to our fellow clone troopers and realize... Order 66. Which we're going to be Chewie to kill these guys as quick as possible. Hit that. Then we're going to become Chewbacca as we need to rescue our friends if the game wants to let me. Okay, there we go. That was painfully slow. Sling up here. Sling up here. And sling here to kill him. Then we're going to run across. Kill these guys. Make sure we shoot these two. Okay, we'll come back to them. Force the little platform here. We get these two, and then we free our final boy at the end here. Just like that. Then let's become Yoda. Run on down to the middle here. Land on this platform. Come on, Chewie, what are you doing, you dog? For some reason he didn't want to do his job. Okay, and we'll move on to the beach. So for the beach, we're just going to ignore all of the clone troopers and droids, which are now, for some reason, like, working together. And we're going to sprint down here, force this plant. Then we're going to load in player 2, immediately drop out, and try and get the switch, which we do. Come up here. Then we want to shoot that one. Then we want to jump, shoot that one, and then jump on through to the next section. And now for this next section, there actually is a skip which you can go backwards that way with Yoda and then kind of run through the floor and go around. But it does actually take... Oh my gosh, let me just be one of these guys. It does take a lot of skill and practice. And I did try to learn it and to do it, but it's pretty difficult. And we want to hit this guy 10 times. Hopefully he doesn't hit us, which will destroy him. Then we become Yoda, forcing this plant so our Wookiee friends can get on up. Then we want to try not to get killed by these boulders. Jump around. And then we want to force this, jump up the top here, and we're on to our final part of this level. Now for this next part, we're just going to ignore these guys, sprint on through, and ideally we want to be a Wookiee. Actually, Chewie, let me be you. Okay, this level has not been optimized by me. It was one of the earlier ones that I practiced, so it's been a while since that, but that's okay. Anyways, we're doing good for time here, 1:16. And we're almost onto the penultimate level. Do we have to kill these guys or something? What's going on? I'm pretty sure we don't. There we go. All right. We just have to be in the right position to force this. Well, we lost a lot of time there on this level. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. Yoda safely goes into exile, and we move on to the second last level here. Actually, Yoda's not going into exile. He's going back to the Jedi Temple. That's what's going on. Where we've got Obi-Wan and Yoda here. And actually, there's a funny thing, Easter egg here with the clones who pretend to be Jedi. And if you don't know, that was actually supposed to be what happened in the movie with Order 66 when Obi-Wan and Yoda returned. But George eventually thought it was a bit ridiculous, which I also agree is a bit ridiculous. So kind of glad he took that out of the movie, but could have been kind of cool. They actually recorded scenes for it. But moving on, we run all the way down here with Yoda. Then we become Obi-Wan, where we've got to... Oh my gosh, we just got wrecked. Where we want to jump slash these guys. Then we're going to force the stairs. Then become Yoda, who's on his little hovercraft. But we are not going to use that. We're just going to do a speedrun Yoda jump through here. Then once we go past this broken planet, some clones are going to spawn. But if we stand here in this corner, they actually aren't going to get to us. And we go through to the next room where we're going to switch over to Obi-Wan. We're going to push Yoda back. Oh my gosh, that's okay. Messed it up a little bit there. We're going to try one more time. There we go. We got it. And we're going to hop up with Yoda here under the ground. And I've got to make sure I keep pressing X. Otherwise, he's going to jump through the floor. Then we go all the way through to the end here, just like that. And we come back up. And there we go. We make it through. Then we're going to be Obi-Wan. Jump slash these guys, which you can get around it, but I just didn't want to risk it taking too long, dying and having to repeat. And that's what happened when I practiced. But we finish the penultimate level where Obi-Wan sees the horrors of Anakin. Oh my gosh, he didn't have to slice her into 3 parts. Do what must be done. Which leads us to the final level, Mustafar. And in this one, we're going to go back and then we're going to go forwards. And we kind of messed that up, so we're just going to quickly restart. So we're going to run back, then we're going to run forwards a little, and we're going to become Anakin here as player 2, and it skips the entire thing. Then we're going to try a little trick here once. If it works, that's going to be great. Where we go up through the roof. Nope, we didn't get it, so I'm not going to bother. And I want to spawn in as Obi-Wan. I'm going to force that. And there we go, we move on. That seems so funny, a little hit on the bum. Then we're going to drop out player 2. Then our AI player is going to take that out for us. We're going to step on that. Just get through there, grab the mini kit. We didn't really need to, but kind of did it anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay, Anakin is doing that for us. We jump through, force that one, which is going to bring this thing up. And there we go. And which leads us to the lava jumping thing. Again, as a kid, this this level triggered me when I didn't know where to go and I tried to get all the mini kits and everything. But once you know the right path, it's actually like really easy. We want to jump up there, jump up here, do some backflips, and then save a few seconds by jumping over as early as possible. Then to start the fight, we're going to just jump slash the heck out of Anakin until he dies. We don't want him to fall in the lava as that's going to add a bit of time. Okay, did not mean to do that. One more jump slash and bang! Here we go. LEGO Star Wars. Oh, stop the time. Oops, I accidentally paused my emulator. There we go. Rest in peace, Anakin. Star Wars LEGO, or LEGO Star Wars. The complete saga done in 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 50 seconds as we witness the birth of Luke and Leia. And 123 and 50 seconds puts us 8th in the world. All episodes complete. Leave a like and subscribe if you don't want to be a liar! And check out this one where I speedrun Star Wars Battlefront 1, the original, and I'll see you boys later.